We've all been playing our favorite game at 3 a.m. and thought to ourselves, damn, Leon's fine, I need to be more like him. What's up, people? My name's Josh, and in honor of fashion icon, rapper A$AP Rocky dropping his 4th studio album, Don't Be Dumb, I decided to make a video on Rocky's true passion in life. But Riri said no, so instead I'm gonna make a video about my favorite fits in gaming, tag Rocky in it, so I can prove to him who the real prettiest motherfucker on the planet is. Unfortunately, I may be the prettiest motherfucker in the world, but I don't have the prettiest bank account in the world, so my video game collection and my wardrobe may come across as a little limited. But I still think I got enough knowledge of drip to scout out my PlayStation catalog for the finest set of pixels it's got, and these models of fashion will be sorted by color of the fit. And finally, keep in mind, this is purely based on my taste, so it ain't my fault you ain't as pretty as me. But the curtains are rising, so let's give our attention to the gaming world's red carpet models.
I be that pretty motherfucker. Harlem's what I'm reppin'.
Red might be the most common color for a character in gaming, being the color of love and bloodshed. It can be used for almost any character and make perfect sense story-wise. The gold standard for fits in gaming, I think, has to go to my wacky woohoo pizza man. Dante changes from game to game, but always keeps the same staple, his red coat, which he pairs with vests, button-ups, or hell, sometimes even nothing at all. And this always manages to elevate his swagger while not subtracting from the suave I don't give a fuck that makes Dante the messiah for us in the Cool Kids Club. Soul Bad Guy has forsaken his creator's original Freddie Mercury inspiration and gone for a very different, almost rapper-esque aesthetic, using red centerpieces to bring attention to his sword that he dug out of the dumpster, and to accessorize, he emphasizes his gold belts that really make you wonder how his unemployed ass dug up Gucci kind of money. I'm sorry, Cloud, but your girlfriend was a figment of your imagination all along, and a figment that really makes me wonder why you dress so damn lame. Aerith mixes what I have dubbed the pretty princess aesthetic with a clean-ass MatPat jacket, which also makes me question her social class. Seriously, I'm trying to get me a colored leather jacket, and it's like $500, what the fuck? I'm like, hey, what's up, hello? Seen your pretty ass soon as you came in the door. My trap queen, Ada Wong, keeps it practical. She knows damn good and well that she'd be fine in anything, but for the remake, she decided to go modest with a sweater, legging, and boots combo. While I personally would have gone for a looser fit, I guess my baby's really proud of her assets, so who am I to judge? Even though in real life I would give my woman anything, in this section I can't really deny that the winner's Dante, but much love to the other guests.
Text a message, I don't know the number. Flexing on these niggas, every bone and muscle.
Orange is such a warm, inviting, and fuck-ugly color that either looks really good on you or transforms you into an Oompa Loompa. May being the motherly simp that she is, it's a perfect fit for her. She has the most casual fit in Guilty Gear Strive, and honestly, I think it's really cute. The hat and the oversized hoodie make her the only character in Guilty Gear that doesn't look lethal. Then you get hit with that fucking dolphin and revoke that sentence. Okay, there's a lot of overlap with the games in the red section, but when Ashley started to look and sound her age, she also started to dress like it, and the scholarly look fits her way better. This is a fit I'd actually love to see a woman in real life in. She don't look batshit insane, but rather like a normal girl who definitely doesn't cast spells in her free time. Redemption arc of the century. And to end this section with small woman number 3, Xiao Yu is my Tekken main, and only part of that was because I started playing the game when I was a hormonal 8th grader. The ruffly flower kimono fits her body shape perfectly, and also deceives the poor souls who get stuck in online matches with me into thinking that I'm gonna make you a cup of tea and a warm bath or whatever the fuck grannies do. Also, honorable mention to Wolf, but being iconic don't make you stylish. And with that, the award for prettiest young lady in this category goes to Xiao Yu, because I am very, very biased.
Back down, buck up, tell 'em how the fuck your mama ain't raised no bitch.
Yellow is the color of piss, butter, and overpriced diamond chains. It also is hands down the worst color. It can go great with a lot of things, but on its own, it's icky. And the only nomination for this category is Malenia Blade of Mikla, who arguably doesn't even wear yellow. But in all the games I've played, I couldn't think of a single human character who makes yellow their identity. Malenia does go hard though, with her olive dress that turns yellow when you close your eyes, and her helmet which is gold, or in other words, shiny yellow. But I gotta say that the real highlight is her regal red cape that looks like she got it from the Victoria's Secret holiday collection. Either way, fine ass look, wonder who the winner for this section is gonna be.
Been a while out for the weekend. Me, myself, and I, my 3 friends. Nigga feeling broke and leafed in. ASAP niggas finna sneak.
Oh, see the trees and feel the grass. Enjoy the moment while it lasts. For when you blossom and raise a head, the clock starts ticking till you're dead. Yeah, if you couldn't tell from that vague-ass message, this is about, like, growth in nature and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, we're starting with Link. Such a classic and timeless fantasy look, it's far from basic, but doesn't come within 10 miles of being over-designed. This is how a boy from a small village that learns that he's the main character should dress. The design does change in every game, but my personal favorite is Twilight Princess because I'm edgy. Little Mac wasn't going to be here originally, but I realized the lack of representation for the athletic side of fashion, so I thought I'd give him his flowers. He's the second most iconic boxer in all of fiction, and he dresses pretty clean and not too complicated, but I think the real thing that gets him to be at this level is because he makes use of a less common color in boxing, and that's what helps him catch on. Unlike his recovery! Lastly, Giovanna is the third Guilty Gear character I'm mentioning, and she won't be the last because Daisuke knows style. Her look is so clean, you can't really go wrong with a dark pant and light button-up shirt combo, but what really puts her on the list is the accents, bro. The shoes match the shirt perfectly, and the belt, bro. The belt. Obviously, her caramel skin gets me looking, but the corresponding belt makes all the colors just flow so perfectly. That's my favorite part of the outfit. So, my choice for the winner, it's Link. Giovanna's color's great, but it ain't timeless like Link is.
Yeah, shit, we finna make a killing. Yeah, now the money stack up to the ceiling. Yeah.
My favorite color looks good on everything. If you disagree, you're wrong. Refer back to the timestamp. If you know me, you knew both Virgil and Dante were gonna be on this list. But come on, bro, the trench coat is so cool that a random K-drama accidentally used it for a character in a live action show. The designs are simple, which I have mentioned how big of a fan I am of, and the vest. Holy shit, the texture on it's so kick-ass. Also, I prefer the black and blue accents that Chair Virgil has because the Monster Energy looking color on the vest in the old classic look kills me. And fails to pay child support because Nero is still very much pissed at his baby daddy and has to show him that fashion sense runs in the family. Nero's jacket's very cool and the textures it has in 5 make it look classy. The only issue in the same game is, why is he wearing a wife beater from the Stone Age? I much prefer the layered look he's gotten 4. The first and only Pokemon character, Hop, is who inspired my love of denim before I knew who XXX Tentacion was. See, back in 6th grade, I lived under the shorts are comfy and easy to wear rule, but Hop was definitely a glimpse into what the future could hold. I did not take the hint, and I suffered for 5 years with gay accusations because of it. It's Virgil. There's no reason to stall. Y'all know it's Virgil.
She the type to seek love and make it everlasting.
Purple was discovered in 19-something or another when some dumbass found out if he mixed his cough syrup with Sprite, he'd get high as fuck. And I don't really know how it turned all emo, but here we are now. How this is school uniform is beyond me, but Gundam Tanaka's aesthetic goes hard as fuck. Gundam is totally the type to wear a band shirt for a band he's never heard of, so I messed with the graphic tee in this case. And the over-the-top opium vibes he gives with trench coat and the combat boots definitely complement that. But to tell the truth, the scarf is what brings him from your school's try-hard SoundCloud rapper to the red carpet. Princess Zelda is the wisest human alive, and yet she spends so much time in her look that she can't use that wisdom to get her out of all the shit she gets herself in. But hey, the purple dress she got in most of the game screams rich white whore at homecoming, and as much as I hate rich white whores, I can't deny it's aesthetically pleasing. Those are the only 2 for this category, so my emo goat takes the win, because I too peaked in 8th grade.
Back in the building, so crack in the living room, niggas toe tag, so cats for a living.
If used right, brown will prove to be possibly the best color for a man to be dressed in, and that's no exception in gaming. Leon Scott Kennedy not only serves as my biggest romantic rival, but also one of the biggest inspirations for how I dress. It's no secret leather is the best clothing material, and Leon dropped 5 bands on a sheepskin leather jacket that he ditches 30 minutes into his mission. And the navy and black combo under it is actually perfect. It complements the centerpiece, but also can work as a standalone fit. Arthur Morgan technically has no set outfit, but the game does default you to a mixed bag of blue and brown clothing. And as an outlaw, I imagine canonically Arthur would dress like a decorative piece of cow shit. This default outfit in particular is, I think, what most of us have the idea of a cowboy looking like. Sleazy, dirty, and fuckable. And for our next trenchcoat representative, any of the hunters from Bloodborne, particularly though, in this case, the protagonist, I guess, because, brown and all that. But the perfect shaping on any article of a clothing that they wear fits together on damn near any outfit, and they all look dapper and kick-ass at the same time. But special credit to Eileen, because Plague Doctors are objectively cool, and we're gonna ignore that they were con artists. So, I know I really hyped up Leon, and making him sound like he was a shoo-in, but we all know damn good and well that if it was socially acceptable to dress like a hunter, then we would all be doing it. We would literally be here all day if I went into every character that looks good in black or white, so you're getting the speed round. Ryu Hayabusa is the legendary ninja, so it's no secret he would have a fine anime-esque ninja fit. But honestly, I think Yakumo might do it even better. I know I'm still in the honeymoon phase with Ninja Gaiden 4, but I love how it changes with his moves. Dutch needs to be deceptive, rough, and also a little classy, and the floral vests that he wears make me really want to get into formal business hangouts just so I can wear that. He's also the only man that can pull off a fedora. Jin is the most stylish fighting game protagonist, especially in Tekken 8. Every single jacket this man wears looks like something I want. Ezio doesn't know how to blend in at all, but I guess when you're that good at what you do, you don't have to worry about that much. The robes are always clean and not that bland, and who doesn't like red and white as a color combo? And finally, my main of all main and goat of all goats, Johnny from Guilty Gear, is everything the 10-year-old me thought was cool. I personally don't get the 2-belt vision, but what do I know? All he really needs is a big Cuban link chain to finish it, and he's set. For once, actually a hard choice, but I think I'm gonna go with Johnny. He has the most flaws, but also the highest highs for me personally. So who is gaming's next supermodel? Well, personally, I think it's the Sparta Brothers street business demon aesthetic. It's the most fashionable look from both a fantasy perspective and in real life. But hey, Rocky won't answer my DM, so guess we'll never really know. In the end of the day, this was all an opinion-based rant that I'm using as an excuse to make a community post about Don't Be Dumb for the 2 people who see it. Ain't I so smart? And with all that out of the way, my name's Josh and I won't be a YouTuber because I don't want to live a boring life, so this is the part of the video where I honest to God ask if you have any criticism, please leave it in the comments, and if you liked it, and only if you liked it, then please subscribe, because this shit's gonna be something one day. And with all that being said, Jesus loves you, I love you, and peace out.